30 hertz straight up.
Hello on this wonderful Wednesday. Thank you for joining us. As you all know, it is Cancer Awareness Month, okay? Breast Cancer Awareness Month, okay? I have the wonderful Tyra Estava here, okay? She is a wonderful survivor of breast cancer, a strong survivor of breast cancer. She has a tremendous an amazing story. She's also an entrepreneur, so we're gonna tie that all in, right?
Yes.
She does not look like what she's been through.
I try not to.
She is beautiful. Look at her. She is beautiful. And without further ado, we're gonna figure out. We're gonna learn who is Tyra Estava is today. So Tyra, who are you? Who are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm me.
Who are you?
I'm me. I am the outgoing, loving person that has a heart of gold, that understands life and people differently than most people do. I wasn't always like this. I think, like I tell everyone, it took me to go through cancer, the blessing and a curse. And the reason I say that is just because sometimes you need a time of seclusion, but I'll get back to that.
Okay, because
But
I got some questions for you.
I am a business owner, jack of all trades. Everybody that knows me knows I do like a lot. I have a lot under my belt. And that's only because I don't know if it's the fact that I get bored easily or I like new projects. I don't know. But I'm trying to stay laser focused. And the only thing that I try to stay focused on now is just the nonprofit, which I just remissioned to my name, the Tyra Estava Foundation, which will focus on helping women, Black women mostly, to find a cure and offering resources that have breast cancer, because we do lead every ethnicity and race when it comes to death in breast cancer. Why? We're still trying to figure that out. And then my other company that I love, my little baby, is my solar energy company, Estava Energy.
Yes,
That I'm
we're going
bringing
to
to
talk about that today too.
Wisconsin. And that's what's been keeping me up at night. And when I talk to you and I'm like, I haven't been to sleep. I've not been getting any sleep, but it's all worth it. It's all gonna, it's gonna be great.
So, I want to, before we dive in, you said something that I want to ask. You said you were not always like this. So, what do you mean by that? And how did you become to get to that person?
When I say always like this, I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't always like this. I was hot headed. I
Oh,
did not, I didn't always think before I spoke. And sometimes that could acting out on impulse a lot of times, and doing things or saying things that I didn't necessarily or always mean.
hmm.
But when I ended up getting sick, um, I had a lot of time of self reflecting and just praying. And then noticing how different people acted around me. Um, People that I love the most, it caused like the most heartache. And instead of me being angry and upset, I just learned to say, you know what? Everybody is human. It's not about you. You know what I mean? And that probably was part of my problem. I used to take everything personal. So that's what it was. I don't take everything personal anymore.
So before you got sick, you used to take everything personal. And now that you went through what you went through and you are overcomer, you don't take everything personal. You
No.
are more, can we say, humble and more patient and more understanding
Very.
because of what you went through.
Yes. And just the fact that I appreciate life a lot more now. A lot of times we take life for granted. The things that we do, say, how we live, what we eat, things that we don't even pay attention to, that really plays a big part in our lives every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and unfortunately, everything kind of hit me at once these last few years. So it went from my mom passing away,
Sorry to hear that. My
2019.
condolences.
Okay, thank you. To my grandmother 7 months later, and then from 1 year from my grandmother, I was diagnosed with an aggressive breast cancer. And then I was that. It's crazy
Look at
because
the smile that come on your face. I love it. I love it.
yeah, I can smile now because whew, but I was diagnosed with breast cancer and COVID on the same day.
What?
Yes.
Oh my
So,
God. And look at you now. Look
so
at
I'm
you.
like, wait a minute, my life is over as I know it. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, naturally, I was preparing for the worst, but God had other plans.
He definitely did.
Mhm.
And you look so healthy.
Thank
You
you.
are so healthy
Thank
because you survived it.
Thank you. I feel this is the best I probably have ever felt in my life. Like when I told people, how they say joy comes in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
This
Oh,
is
I
my
love that
morning.
song.
This is my morning.
This
This
is
has
your
been my morning. Like, and it's not just, you know, people think you have to wake up tomorrow and feel your joy. No, this is my joy. This is my morning. Like I literally wake up every day happy. I have not
I
been
feel
like this
that.
in forever because I used to battle depression real bad for years too. So it's like tragedy turned to triumph. And I was
Say
not
that
expecting
again.
it. Tragedy turned to triumph. I was not expecting it. I was not where I've gotten this unmeasurable amount of strength from. It's it's nothing but God because it's not
Mm.
me. Because I'm like,
I
how the
just got
heck am I? How
chills.
am I doing this? I don't know. But God's like, I got you. You
You
know.
look so happy.
Thank you.
You look
I
happy. Like
am.
I can feel it
I
coming
am.
from off of you.
I am.
Like just your eyes, your smile, your energy.
Thank you.
And I'm happy for you. I really am.
Thank you.
Like you're gonna touch so many people
I plan
and you're gonna
to.
change so many
Listen,
lives.
I lost my keys earlier. My cousin, my cousin, Dr. Saquana Taylor, she bought me this jogging suit, right? Like a year ago, like that I was supposed to get. It was for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And she just gave it to me the other day because we kept missing each other. She's like, I got your suit. I want you to get it. I had it on today, but I lost my keys in the house earlier. I'm so serious. And it said, oh my God, purpose, pain. What was it? Kilo, I'm so sorry. What is it? Pain, live in pain, live on purpose, live in purpose on purpose. Okay, live in purpose on purpose.
with intentions. I get that.
Yes.
I get that.
And I wanted to wear it, but I got so hot. I'm like, I'm taking this off. But because I kept trying to find something pink, like, what am I going to wear? And I'm like, I can wear my jogging suit. But I thought about that all day today. It's like, live in purpose on purpose. Like, I'm living in my purpose. And I had to go through what I went through on purpose. It wasn't something that I planned, of course.
And it says that weapons will form against us, but they won't prosper. And people don't understand what that means. And I just really understood what that means a couple weeks ago. You understand what I'm saying? So to live a luxurious, peaceful life that comes with pain. It comes with pain. And I didn't understand that at first.
Okay.
And you appreciate it more because of what you went through in order to start living that life. And it seems as if your story, now you're at it right now.
Yes.
And I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for
Thank
you.
you.
So I have a couple questions for you, girlfriend.
I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
ready. Listen, like, oh my gosh, should I be nervous? Should I be nervous?
No, don't be nervous. You is comfortable. You at home, baby.
Okay.
You at
Okay.
home.
Okay. We got
Okay.
this.
Can you share your journey as a cancer survivor and how it has shaped your perspective on life?
Well, that's what I was saying as far as not taking life for granted anymore.
Mhm.
Grateful to be able to still be alive, because during my time that I was fighting and the people that somebody just texted me, get off the phone text, and they're watching a live. But I told her I was going to do it. I'm sorry.
Oh, Dr. Shatina. Hey, how you doing?
But so like it I just I look at life differently. You know, I'm still being able to do everything that I love. During this time that I was battling, like I lost a lot of people that were rooting for me during the time that I was fighting, when I was ready to give up, you know. And now I've had to attend those funerals. So that I just look at life totally different, you know, cuz like I just feel like I'm here for a purpose. So that's why when someone calls me, I probably get more calls than a doctor now, because so and so has breast cancer, you know, and I'm calling them because I one of a good friend of mine, he introduced me to a holistic doctor, and we'll get to that too.
Okay.
But like when people are diagnosed with breast cancer, what I immediately do is like I would reach out to them. I get them like pink flowers or like a kit, like I call it like this Tyra Estava kit, you know, pink kit. And I just put things in there to just let them know that you are not alone. You know, we are now Pink Sisters. I'm going to fight with you, because sometimes it's hard,
Yeah, most definitely.
especially when you don't know what's to come, you know. And sometimes the people that you want to be there for you, or that you think are going to be there for you, those are not the people that's going to be there for you. So I learned to love them, but from a distance.
That's right.
So it's definitely changed my entire life.
I can sympathize with you, and I can totally understand that. Before we go to the next questions, let's look at some of these comments.
Up there.
Yes, they do. You are the guest. Let's read some of these comments, Tom. Oh, she was tagging everybody.
Thank you, Keela.
Thank you, guys. Hi, Kenda. She says, so happy for your new chapter in life.
Thank you, Kenda. And listen, and when I saw you guys at the Get Out and Vote, the big vote.
Yeah.
And when Kenda, she kept saying, like, you know, I know you. I'm looking at her. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this lady, but okay. And so she's like, no, remember I talked to you like a year ago, because that's what I was doing too, like doing like business consulting.
Oh.
And she's like, she remembered me telling her, you know, listen. And like, I'm the type of person, I will not just like, even when it comes to money, I turn down money. I'm not the person that's going to take your money just because it's money. If I know that I'm not in a position to help you, I'm not going to help you. Why? Because I want you to get the best help possible. Because when people say my name, I want good vibes, good results. You know, my name is everything to me. So, and she said, I told her, like, listen, I am not in a position right now to help you, but when I get better, I will. And that was like a whole year ago. And she remembered that, even though I forgot, because I was really sick still, going through, you know, my stuff with breast cancer. And Kenda, you still didn't call me yet, but I got you. I want to help you. I'm much better. But even stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, even trying to be impactful when I was not in a position to stay off the phone, when I was not in a position to do so. You know what I mean? And she could have been like, man, I'm never calling this girl again, all these excuses, but I am grateful. And, she had been like following my story and stuff. And
she's a very dope individual. She's very intuitive, and she has a good heart.
She is, and I'm going to help her. Whatever her business is, I am going to help her. Mark my words, because I'm better now. But like things like that, like even being sick and working, that's what keeps you going, because I was on bed rest a lot. Like that's why I be outside now. Sometimes
I can sympathize with you. I understand. I understand.
I can't be, but when I can, I can.
I have lupus, but I understand. I get it. I get it.
And I'm gonna help you with lupus too.
Hey, I'm here for it.
I got you.
I'm here for it, babe. I'm here for it. Kendra said, I appreciate you. Okay. What inspires you to transition into the solar energy after you experience cancer?
Well, it was actually before I was diagnosed.
Okay.
Yeah, my husband, he wanted me to look into just getting him a job in solar, right? How can I get a job in solar, babe? It's like, look into it. I'm like, okay. But then when I started looking into it, so I'm like, wait, renewable energy. So mind you, I had an epiphany 20 years ago when I was like 20 years old. I'm thinking like, how can I help people, that have to go through the moratorium in Wisconsin? Because, in May or something like that, they'll start cutting off everybody's gas and lights, whether you pay or not. And back then at 20 years old, I couldn't come up with a plan or a solution to like help people, to save their stuff. Because before I was 20 years old, they like, listen, you ain't paid your bill all summer. Your stuff is going off. I'm like, wait, no, but you got to pay. So as I was looking into that, I'm like, wait a minute, this is it. This is what I needed 20 years ago that I didn't know. So then I lost sleep. Like I just went everything renewable energy, like making calls to finding out about community solar, like everything. And then I turn around and then I was diagnosed with the breast cancer. Like, so let's say I incorporated the business, I think in March of 2021. And then I felt the lump in my left breast in about May. So then I had to stop for a minute, but now I'm back on it. And I don't want to talk too much about that, but we'll be back for that because listen, it's so huge right now.
Lupus Has No Face podcast, love the exclusive. So the first time it drops, you have to come back on this show for an update, okay?
Yes,
you promise?
Yes, I do.
Y'all heard her say that.
I do.
Okay.
No, I
told the world.
Seriously, I do. But when you be calling me, then I'll be like, I was up all night. Like I was because when they work, they're 13 hours ahead of us. So I'm dealing with people like all across, the world,
That's amazing.
So when everybody else is sleeping, I'm working. And like, I'm one of those people, sometimes I feel like, sometimes social media can make you feel like you're not doing enough fast enough.
That's why you got to have your mindset.
And that's why I'll take down my page. Like, you know what? I'm on my own time, I can't look at anything or anybody else. Even, I've had people say, well, you've been talking about this solar for 3 years and you haven't done anything. And I'm like, it's coming. Just be patient. It'll be okay, but I like that because that's motivation for me to really just stay on it, but it takes time. Just
to pivot, like when these rappers, right, when they pop out, they've been working 10 years behind the scenes. So when they pop out, they've been working 10 years, right? Yeah. So keep doing your thing. Once it pop out, it's going to pop out.
I am.
I'm here for it.
I will.
I'm definitely here for it. Okay. What challenges did you face when, well, no, you said you don't want to talk too much about that. Okay. So
wait.
Okay. It say, what challenges did you face when entering the solar industry and how did you overcome them?
Well, I'm glad you asked that.
Okay.
Actually, well, I actually have not overcome a lot because working in renewable energy, it is a white male dominated industry.
I wouldn't have known that.
You do not have a lot of people that look like us, especially women. So when I'm making calls, to talk to people or getting into solar and going from being a consumer to a producer, then you have people that are like, well, wait, you need to start here first because that's where they started. But that's not the vision that God gave me. You get what I'm saying? So it's hard because when people feel like, I don't know if it's just a man thing, or what, but I just have that. I just get, well, I'm going to say I had run into some not so great people. The team that I have now, out of like Arizona, Will, I'm going to shout you out because I love Will. You guys are going to meet Will too.
Hi, Will from Arizona.
Will O'Reilly.
Will O'Reilly.
Will is my guy. Like, he's like, Tyra, I'm not going to like lie to you. Like, he has been on it and I love him. Even when he's like busy, I'm like, Will, are you getting my text? Because I'll be trying to stay on it. He's like, man, listen, I didn't get that text or I didn't get that call, but listen, call me now. So it's like having to deal with that because the solar industry is not regulated. And that's another reason why I'm going also into public policy to be able to change some of these laws because they are taking people's money, like really like raping people. It's raping their pockets is what I mean. Because the people that actually need solar can't afford it, and that's not fair. So that's where I come in. So that's why I don't want to speak too much because when you guys see what's about to roll out, you're gonna be like, what? But yeah, I did the dang thing. Like,
I'm excited for you already because I know it's gonna come too. I know it's gonna come too. Them late nights gonna pay up.
Girl, listen.
Let's go to some of these comments. We outside now because God is amazing. He is right, Jackie Hall Bush. Hello, ladies. Hi. Two dope women speaking. Yes, you are dope too. Wow, you and the page laugh out loud. I don't know.
I don't know. What you talking about? What page?
I love you and so proud of you. I just text you to stay out that phone.
Look, and see, I can't even look. I ain't even look back at the phone. See, but some of the calls I have to take. Like I ended up meeting someone yesterday. That is a huge company. I don't want to say just yet.
Okay.
Thank you, Jerry. I love you too. I don't want to say
love you,
just
sister.
Yet, but one of the tools. So he's actually here. Remember, I told you I got to meet the guy, from Germany.
Yeah, from Germany.
And so we were just literally having a conversation last night, and of course he. Here, me and my friend Bianca coming in. We were at like St. Kate. We just went to just go chill or whatever. We joking about some stuff. I don't want to say what the joke was. We're grown women, right? So we're just laughing. And so he's looking at us like, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry you heard that. And then he's like, no, I like that, so, just making small talk, whatever. So then he come back down and he's like, he just started talking or whatever. So, I might ask him what he does. And he's an executive he's from the Netherlands, but he lives in Germany for a huge company that's big here. Like, I'm just going to tell y'all everything later. Okay. I just don't want to say right now.
I'm going to get behind the scenes, y'all.
But anyway, so when I was telling him about the solar industry and what I was doing, he told me about this tool that I didn't know that I needed because I just didn't know that I needed or whatever. And one of the projects that we're diligently working on, I told you about that. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to say where yet. Savannah knows because when I tell you that's my right hand man right there, that's my baby. But so he ended up telling me about this tool. He told me to look it up. So I asked one of my guys today, like, did you hear of this tool? Because again, I'm still learning this industry as well as I go. And he's like, yeah, I actually need one of those, or we need those or whatever. I'm like, well, listen, he said he's going to send me one for free. Yeah. So, yes. So like when I tell you, it has just been amazing. Like
You're just
And
getting
I
blessed.
yeah, and I don't stop. There are days when I want to just be like, you know what, I'm just not doing this. I'm just gonna give up.
Nope.
But I can't. I will
Mm-mm.
not, because
There's
I've
people
come
that's
too
out there that's
far.
gonna help you,
Hmm.
as you can see.
Hmm. But
Hmm.
you got to put in the work too. You
You
know,
definitely got to put in
you
the
have
work.
to put in the work. So
I'm
it's
excited for
coming
you.
along.
I can tell you excited. You just want to jump. You like taking it all in.
Listen, after the calls today, that was the yesterday and today, I kept telling my friend, I'm like, man, I just want to pull over. I'm like, I feel like I just want to just shout. I want to dance like David. You know, I just want to, people don't think I'm crazy, but
No, you not.
when you see what, oh my God, just how everything is just happening and just manifesting. And I'm big on manifestation, because even last night he's like, well, if you get this project, I said, hold on, not if, when. Don't if my stuff. It's when. He's like, you're right. So we are meeting again tonight, because it's like other like legalities and stuff, that
Okay.
we have to do or whatever. But it is challenging in the solar industry. But I invite anybody who wants to learn about solar, get into solar, hit me up, because I'm gonna put you on, because it
Man,
is
I don't know nothing
big.
about it. You got me interested. Like, hey, can I learn something about it? You can I get
And
another
no,
stream of
and
income?
I tell people, like, the like right now there's
Mhm.
a $100 billion infrastructure plan right now, through the
What?
Biden administration, and doing solar and renewable energy, and like there are so many components that you can do. And I'm not the type of person how other people are to me. Like, I don't gatekeep anything, because I feel like if I go today, I need my people and the people around me to be able to keep
Keep it
going,
going.
keep it going, keep it going,
I
keep
love
it
that
going.
about you.
So I try to share, but when people aren't interested, I can't make you be
Exactly.
interested in something that you're just not interested in. But
I'm excited for
it'll
you.
it's going to be great.
Okay. Can you describe a day in your life now balancing work in the solar with your personal journey as a survivor?
Um, because I don't really have to do anything with solar in the daytime, throughout the day, because like my some of my installers that I contract with, they're in Arizona, so they do everything kind of like for me or
Okay.
whatever. But um the two, I don't really have to, really
So it
mix
just
the two
works
right
out.
now. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So when I'm having to like go see people if they're like in the hospital, or go to just talk to somebody, or even on a phone call and telling them the importance of staying away from sugar, what type of herbs to take, the importance of plant-based and how to stay away from meat. I can't make people do anything, but
You can give them the information, they can do as they
and
please.
and and I tell everybody, I do a disclaimer. Listen, I am not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you what worked for me, because
Exactly.
everything that worked for me may not work for you, and
Yeah.
vice versa.
Mhm.
But if it could help you, I want to be, I want to be able to help you.
That's dope.
But yeah, they don't tie into each other right now.
So we gonna pivot a little bit, right?
Hmm.
So you have told me about this amazing hair serum.
That I
Tone,
that I'm sold out of again.
Tone, can you put up those pictures? Now, I am just taken back. I'm taken back by this.
Yeah,
When was this picture took?
that was probably like between February and March of 2022.
2022.
Mhm.
This was 2022, you guys. Now, where's the other picture at? No, I know. I'm just excited.
And that was 2 days ago, right there, right?
2022, 2024. 2 years. Look how healthy that hair is. How did you get your hair to grow back like that? What did you do?
Pray to God that it. 'Cause listen. Like I would tell anybody, like before cancer, I've always had hair, right?
Mhm.
But years of relaxing dyes, hair weave, glue. I never knew really my hair. I haven't seen my hair in so long. So after battling cancer, I'm like, you know what? This is going to be the time. I'm not going to do any type of chemicals, dyes, nothing. Started using this oil in our community because we have like, protective styles and stuff.
Mhm.
We don't wash our hair enough, first of all. I literally when I even start feeling like some peach fuzz or whatever, because not only the hair on my head was gone, the hair everywhere was gone. When I say I was smooth like a baby's bottom, like a newborn, I was smooth, all everything,
Oh wow.
everything. Um, but when I started like feeling it, like I was literally washing my head and washing my hair every day, every shower, like just washing it. I wasn't worried about, is it going to dry out or anything. I just kept washing it. And before you knew it, I'm like playing with like stop. Look, y'all, I got finger waves. Girl, I had no hair up on my head, okay? Like nothing. And that took a lot too, because it's not even about the vanity part. It was more or less the mental part of my hair being gone, having to have a double mastectomy, just my body being marked up all over. I just felt like I wasn't myself. So it
Mhm.
took time. It took for me to really understand like it'll get greater later. But as I started seeing it growing back, I'm like, I'm looking up stuff to like make your hair grow because, of course, the doctors are telling me, well, with chemo, it may or may not grow back. You will have like patches. And at first, it was coming in kind of patchy or whatever.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, man, I don't want my hair to, be like that. So, I was just doing like everything that I can. The minute I had like a grip of hair, I would have my daughter like do like protective styles or whatever, but I'm still just oiling, my scalp all the way through. And then to the point I'm very tender headed, to the point now she will not do my hair, girl. She'll be like, Ma, go find somebody else to do it. Like, get somebody else to do it. But I just, you know, I just started taking care of it and not putting like, I don't even like putting heat to it so much. Like I can count, but I've kind of done it like what 6 times this year now, but last year maybe once I put heat to it. But I like my natural texture, my fro, because it gets like this big now, um, and I just keep everything out of it. A lot of it too, even with lupus, which is an autoimmune disease,
Mhm.
just like I used to have type 2 diabetes. We don't understand a lot of what we go through is what we eat. It's in what we
Yeah,
eat.
our
It's
gut.
because of what we eat.
Mhm.
Exactly. So if you're eating a lot of sugar, processed foods, meats that have all of these hormones in it, the same thing the hormones are doing to those animals is doing to you. You get what
Mhm.
I'm saying? You
Mhm.
walk up on the couch, you see animals with hair patches missing, and the same thing. We're humans, so I just eat healthy 90% of the time.
Do
Um,
you eat meat? You just pick and choose when you want to,
I
like
pick
dibble
it,
and dab.
yeah, yeah, and recently, because of I only had the 1 round of chemo, and then I got the holistic doctor. I declined. I don't know if it was 25 or 42 rounds of radiation, but I'm like, y'all got me messed up. I'm not doing that. And so I followed the directions of my holistic doctor. Um, and I stopped eating meat during that time
Mhm.
altogether, like when I was healing, because my blood levels had dropped. But then I
So
developed.
let me ask you a question. So this is tricky, right? So when
Mhm,
you say you stop eating meat, right? We
mhm,
have seasoning that say chicken is in there, pork is in there, and seasoning.
mhm.
So when you stop eating meat, do you go as far as the seasoning that doesn't have any meat in there as well?
Um, I don't know. I looked at that. My
Okay,
daughter
so
started cooking like, but we were using like Tabitha Brown products, like meat with like no, what is it, like no MSG, not salt. If I use salt, it would be like the pink Himalayan salt, and
yeah,
like
I'm the fact
really
that
fresh
yes.
vegetables, like not a lot of regular seasoned salt. Anything that is like process or over process because I was afraid, I didn't want to stay sick. So I
Mm.
just changed.
So what would you tell people that the hair is gone? This product seemed to work wonders. This is your product. This is your
Yeah.
product. What's the name of this product? Because this product got your hair growing back, right?
Yeah,
No, don't be humbled.
it's
I'm
called
excited for you.
because I want to say something. I want to give a disclaimer. It's called Estava Essentials Lion's Mane. And the reason I did that is because when my fro was this big, it looked like a lion's mane. You know what I'm saying? So um I have so many reviews and so many people that have inboxed me, tagged me in their hair growth in just a few months. And I would tell anybody, again, it may not work for you. There are all kinds of hair products out, that work for people. Consistency is key. Like the
It
same
is.
thing that I would tell anybody when it comes to my product and a couple of the other products that I even use myself, because I'll switch up a little bit. I may
Mhm.
use, some of the other good stuff. But it's consistency, and you have to take care of your hair, love your hair. Like say if a person you know wears makeup or wears wigs, like keep the stuff off your hair. As Black women, like we tend to, and that too is probably part of social media. You can look at people and have not seen their hair in 57 years because all they know is weave. Won't even feel comfortable wearing a regular short natural style, which is just them, because you've got society telling you that you're not beautiful as someone else with, long or, European type hair, which is so far from the truth. You know what I mean? Like
I
embrace your
totally get
hair.
what you're saying. Like for me, I got into wigs because I had lost my hair.
Mhm.
But my wigs are like I take my wigs off at night.
Mhm.
I let my hair breathe out or my scalp. I do all the stuff that maybe some people don't do.
Mhm.
And even with my braids, I wash my braids.
Mhm.
I wash my braids probably once a week. I oil my braids. I do all of that stuff. But like you said, people don't wash their hair enough.
Mhm.
Don't take care of their hair, and like how you said, the wig should stay on, and the hair is just like. So I'm gonna say we because we are culture. We do have to do better with our hair. But I did want you to.
And a lot of
That,
the products have alcohol in it. Like one of my customers, I ran into her today. She I don't want to say where she works, but she's like the store manager. But she's so bomb too. But she's like, I need some more. Where you been? I didn't even have your number, so I'm putting her number in my phone. I'm like, here it is, right here. She talking about, well, Tyra, I didn't know. But like, she's like, I did what you said because her edges had come out. Her
Mhm.
edges have all grown in, and I told you because she uses a lot of edge control. And again, I love edge control. We like our edges to be slick and all of that stuff, but you can use beeswax. You can use their products that you can use flaxseed oil. You can make your own, waxes and stuff without the harsh chemicals. So she's like, I couldn't remember what you told me to use, but it looks good from when I sold it to her like 2 or 3 months ago to now she has braids, but now she has like baby hair that she can,
That's
you know,
amazing.
fill in. But
Where can they find this at for you?
they can just contact me on Facebook. I am out right now. I'm
What's your
gonna
Facebook name?
Tyra Estava. I am Tyra Estava across every
Platform.
platform. Yeah. And I make it pretty much like to go because it's fresh. And so like I haven't used platforms like TikTok or anything like that yet because I know that that's going to cause me to work like
So you scared of the work?
no, it's just I have a lot going on. Like goodness
Better
gracious.
put them kids to work.
And
The
I
kids
and
gotta
I
go
and I
to-
and yeah, and like I have like a few people right now that want like the tall bottles, but I am out. Like but I like I have a reserve.
I'm
So I
taking
have
this bottle
you
today.
can.
Okay.
I have reserve. No, and I have reserve. Like I really have it at home to be able to make it. But it's just like I'm not like I don't like to speak for anybody else, but I take my time, even when it comes to my sea moss. I let the herbs and like the powders, I let it sit in the oil before I even like drain it out, and I buy all organic, natural products. That's why it can be a little bit more expensive than someone else. But again, I have proven results. You know what I mean? So it
So
just depends.
let's get on the sea moss, you guys. I bought the pineapple one. I never had it a day in my life. I never knew that you can buy sea moss flavorful. Okay, so you're the first person, and it didn't taste that bad like it normally does. So it was manageable. I did a TikTok on it today. I said the
Oh,
first day out of 30-day journey.
okay.
Okay, so today was my first day.
Okay.
So you make these.
I do.
How many flavors do you have?
Well, I make the flavors um on a case by case. Like if
Case
you
by
tell me
case.
that you want some, because again, I
Oh,
use fresh fruit, organic. So, and then the life expectancy on sea moss when you add the fruit is less than the life um of with it without fruit. You get what I'm saying?
so
Like,
what is
because
the life
sometimes it'll,
expectancy with fruit?
I would say, uh, 2 to 3 months.
Oh,
As long as it's sealed, as long as you put it in like the mason jars, keep it sealed. Because even if you're not eating it fast enough, you can always freeze it, and take it
oh,
back out and use it. But like without the fruit, because fruit actually kind of ferments in your stomach
hmm,
too. But without the fruit, like there's no expiration on the shelf time.
really?
Yes.
I did not know that. And I had sea moss in the past and I threw it away because I felt like I had it too long.
Mm-mm. No, you just throw
Wow,
away some good stuff.
really
Yes.
wasting my money. So with the fruit, can I leave this in the refrigerator for 2 months while
Yes.
I'm eating in it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's what I do.
So did you get into sea moss because it helped you with when you had
Mm-hmm.
cancer?
Mm-hmm.
So
There are a host of products that helped me while I was battling breast cancer. But my husband, he's from Belize, so I get it through. It goes through like agricultural customs and everything. But I get it like by the pound, like perk by the pound, sea moss by the pound. But I get it that way, and I get it fresh. And then I break it down. Like I let it sit
break
in
it down,
spring
huh?
water.
Break the
Yeah,
pounds.
I do. I do. But even that, like it sells out. I'm down to my last really 2 jars because
What's
one
the
of the other one is
benefits? And
taken.
how did this help you with cancer? Like what did it do for you?
It gives you energy. It helps like
So this is the replace of an energy drink?
no, no, no,
No,
no, no,
not
no.
no.
It
Okay.
has, so your body has what, 103 minerals that you actually like need, and then sea moss alone has like 92 of those minerals.
I
Yeah,
did not know that.
yeah,
Teach me something.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I ain't bring like all my notes, some stuff
It's
I know
okay.
offhand, but
It's okay.
yeah, it does. But it helps with like inflammation. It helps with digestive system for men that have like erectile dysfunction, and you guys can
Mm.
look this up. It does help with that. It does. It does assist. It does assist with that. It just has a lot of great benefits, but that's not the only. That's one of many products that I take or that I would suggest to someone.
So for
Um,
me, right, I eat healthy in house, but when I'm not in the house, I don't eat healthy, right?
mhm.
Majority of the time. So I'm like, how would I know if it's helping me or not? Since I already like
Well, with anything you give it
75% of the time eat
anything
healthy.
you give it time. I would say anything that you start, give it a good 90 days.
I said 30, 90 days.
I would
Okay.
say 90. Yeah, because your body's getting used to it. And then here's the thing. When you are eating sea moss or plant-based, you can't go and be eating a honey bun, drinking alcohol, because your body is still not noticing the difference of the good stuff that you're taking in, because the bad stuff is going to overpower it.
So I
So
have to
it's
stop
a
drinking
waste
the
of time and
alcohol.
money. Huh?
I gotta stop drinking the alcohol.
No, you don't. You just pay. Listen, you do what you want to do. I'm just gonna still take the money and you gonna eat it. It's gonna be wasting your time, not mine. So you do what you want. But would I suggest you stop drinking alcohol? Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. And then alcohol causes inflammation. And because you have
it does.
lupus, it is something that you would definitely not want to do. This is all you need. Remember when you text me, well, what do you drink? Water. This is all I need.
I love you and don't like you at the same time.
Get in line.
Well, this has been a dope, amazing episode. I wish I could go on and on, but I know you are on a time frame because you have to talk to somebody in Germany. I
He's
love
here.
these.
Oh, so yeah,
These.
I take these, and then if you guys can see my shirt, it says "I fought for my life and I won."
You
This was one
did.
of the shirts that we were supposed to wear this year, and then
I want one of
you know,
those.
it's like Team Tyra Estava. So a lot of people bought these shirts. We sold out of the shirts too. And then
Beautiful.
I actually left yours, but I have one.
Oh, I got one.
I
Hey,
do.
I got.
I want to. Okay,
I got
I'll,
one.
I'll get one. I'll get you one. I'll get you one order. Okay, but these gloves are sentimental, and so also a part of the Tyra Estava Foundation. Because I was going to do a gala this year. November 3rd marks my 3-year anniversary of being clinically cancer free.
Yay!
And that's the day of my double mastectomy when they took the cancer out of my breast and out of my lymph nodes. Okay, they took it out of my body.
Yes.
So I was going to do an event this year, but it kind of was just like too close with everything going on. So it will be next year.
I'm here
So
for it.
part of the Tyra Estava Foundation, for anyone that's fighting breast cancer, they're going to get these gloves, you know, because you're a warrior, you're a fighter. That means like keep fighting. Um, and then there are like some other little stuff too that I don't want to say because I want to surprise the guests when they come next year.
Okay.
But these gloves are very sentimental because I really fought. There were days where I did not think that I was going to get through. And one thing that I do want to touch on before we go, I listen, and they're on my time. I'm
Okay.
the boss. So,
Okay.
so listen.
Okay. Okay.
But what I want to say is make sure you advocate for yourself.
Most definitely.
And the reason being is because one of the doctors, I won't say the facility, but he came in. First off, he was like very rude to my husband. And then he tells me, I'm 95% sure that you do not have cancer. And I'm looking at the ultrasound. This was before the biopsy. I'm looking at the ultrasound and I went to Google, like, what does cancer look like, you know, on an ultrasound? And it was like textbook. It looks like I'm looking at the same picture. This is my personal ultrasound though, and you know, Google. So in my heart, I'm like, that's cancer. I'm looking right at it. I'm like, listen, sir, I just lost my mother and my grandmother. They had both had two different kinds of cancers. Can you please check me? Not only did they call me back, but they were like, listen, we are sorry. The next day, you do have cancer and it's very aggressive because I was HER2 and ER positive, and those are proteins too that cause it to be 8 times more faster. So they scheduled me out 9 weeks to have the double mastectomy. I ended up going to a different facility and getting a second opinion because at this point I'm pissed now, like because you just told me I didn't have it, you know. So now I'm thinking, oh man. So when I get ready to have the surgery, because I had to see regular the cancer surgeon, and then I had to see regular oncology, I had to see surgical oncology, as well as a plastic surgeon, because I opted to have both breasts done at the same time. So the surgery that was supposed to initially last like 6 hours turned into 10 hours. Why? Because I kept telling them, I'm like, listen, something is happening. You know, something, I feel like something is like happening. I don't know if it's growing. I don't know what cancer feels like, but listen to your body. Nobody I don't have to be a doctor to know my body, to know the differences that my body goes through.
Exactly.
And when they went to check the lymph node, not only was the lymph node, did it have cancer, but the lymph node was bigger than the lump that was in my breast. So then it took like more time because they had to stop the surgery, come out, and take 21 lymph nodes out of my arm.
21?
Which then led to me having lymphedema in my left arm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're just a walking testimony, babe.
Yep. So that's why I tell anybody, especially Black women, listen, you guys, always advocate for yourself. Always get a second opinion. The cancer that I had, it never showed up on the mammogram. So when people's like, "Oh, I had a mammogram," listen, mine didn't show up on the mammogram. You know, always check. Put your arm up. I'm gonna do this. You know, and just go around because you could feel the difference. You know, some women, we have lumpy boobs or whatever, but if you feel something that's not going away, I would say give it 2 or 3 weeks. Get in, because early detection is detrimental to your life, and that's what saved me. Did I go against everything my oncology was saying? Yeah, I did. They're like, girl, listen, who the doctor here? Yeah, you're the doctor, but this is my body. I know what I can take. I know what I can't take. And when like my blood levels dropped from the chemo, and one of my doctor, which she's very, very nice, my oncologist is very sweet, but I'm like, well, what happens if my blood doesn't come up, and she's like, well, Tyra, I would just have to tell you, I'm sorry, there's nothing else I can do for you. I said, okay, fine, I'll do it for myself. I said, give me 6 weeks, I'm going to follow my holistic doctor. So started just drinking smoothies, everything plant based, whatever I can take in. It wasn't much or whatever, because like the family or people will call and be like, "Did you eat?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I ate." My daughter will be like, "Dude, she had 3 grapes," but to me, I felt like I had a whole meal. You know what I mean? So as my blood levels are coming up, they're like, "Well, can we see what the holistic doctor told you to take?" No, you may not. Why? Because we have to protect our holistic doctors. Why? Because they are killing them for telling the truth. There are certain words that you can't say when it comes to curing and treatment, and so
Yeah,
I'm very,
yeah,
very, very protective of him,
yeah.
and um I'm grateful, because then it helped me to understand just not only just cancer, lupus, and every other disease or ailment that is in your body that starts in the gut. There really is a cure for everything. Absolutely, there is a cure. um but you have to be mindful of what you take, and really, really, just go against the grain and not be so comfortable, and just
Absolutely.
relax.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wish we had more time. But you're gonna
No,
come back again.
that's good.
Okay, before we leave, let them know what you got coming up, where they can find you before we close
You
out.
guys can find me on every platform. I don't post on Instagram like that, and I've been getting in like into LinkedIn more, like just utilizing my LinkedIn account.
Okay.
I need to start posting, but I'm just like big on like Facebook, and most of the time it's because I post because I've had it for so long. Like I'm like a purist. Like I just stick to what I know. Like seriously, I've had like Twitter since 2009, never post, but um with the non-profit organization, the Tyra Estava Foundation. Right now, we are doing like classes, because that was another reason why I turned to start getting like um, C- CPR training,
Mhm.
CBRF. I do those training now, registered with the state to actually provide those services, to be able to assist men and women coming into the field, because I want you to know that our lives are in your hands. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Because there were some times where there was some neglect, when it came to me and other people around me, in the
I can believe
hospitals
that.
and stuff. So it's a lot in store. It's a lot, but I just try to stay focused or whatever. When it comes to Estava Energy, you guys go and like the page. You can find it all on there. The Tyra Estava Foundation page is up too, but I didn't even like promote it yet, just because I'm working behind the scenes on stuff like legality stuff or
Mhm.
whatever. But just
Be
if
on the
anyone,
lookout.
yeah, if anyone has any questions, um or like if you know someone that has breast cancer, I'm always a person you can call. Like I always, even if I take down my page, Messenger is always up, where you can always send me a message, because I never want to not be that person that you can't get in touch with when you need me.
That's amazing.
But that's pretty much it.
Well, thank you so much for all of your time and your amazing stories and
You're
all of your
welcome.
endeavors going on. I cannot wait to bring you back to know the next steps that you got going on
I
and all of that
know.
stuff. So
I'm
congratulations. I can't
excited.
wait to see. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next Wednesday at 6:30. Bye.
Bye.